Senator is also aware that the gridlock has persisted due to the terrible conditions of Apapa Ports Road. The concentration of tank farms in the area, indiscriminate parking of petroleum tankers and trailers wanting to load petroleum from the tank farms, and the racket created by persons benefiting from the chaotic situation. Senate is also aware that the tank farms attract thousands of trucks and tanker drivers who lift petroleum products for onward supply to Nigerians, who, owing to a paucity of parking lots, take up all the space on the road instead, thereby causing traffic. Senate is also informed that there are about 30 tank farms in Oshodi Apapa axis alone. This over-concentration is disadvantageous because one accident could be the undoing of this very important aspect of the federal government earning. The Senate also informed that the unpalatable situation has made the area a gold mine for unscrupulous persons and operatives who have gone on to create a racket profiting off the turmoil created, decries the poor quality of port access roads, complex port procedures, and ineffective truck call-up system, among other factors, contributing to delays, inefficiencies, and gridlock in Apapa, with huge costs to Nigeria's economy. The Senate notes that this gridlock has increased the cost of doing business, encouraged illegalities, and stifled port activities with its attendant negative impact on government's revenue projections. The Senate is concerned that the roads leading to Apapa are characterized with so much traffic that people would rather walk than drive. The Senate is worried that this gridlock has continued to pose security threats to the lives of innocent Nigerians as hoodlums exploit the situation to dispossess motorists and passerby of their valuables. Senate also is worried that due to the deplorable state of the roads, other unfinished construction works, and the number of trucks and containers on the road, there have been several cases of containers falling on smaller vehicles, killing innocent citizens, while goods worth millions of naira are also destroyed or stolen in these accidents. The Senate further notes that only recently, following allegations of extortion by security operatives posted to the area, the Presidential Task Force handed over the reins of managing the traffic situation to the Lagos State government, which in turn set up the Apapa Special Traffic Management and Compliance Enforcement Team. The Senate observes that the Nigerian Ports Authority recently introduced an electronic call-up system for admitting trucks into the terminal and to control the movement of trucks in and out of Lagos seaports. The Senate is concerned that in spite of the well-intentioned initiatives, the chaotic traffic situation still lingers as truckers and tankers still park indiscriminately on the road, causing inconvenience to residents, commuters, and business activities in the area. Senate also concerned that tankers have not been incorporated into the e-call-up system, and the areas where container trucks used to be stationed have now been taken over by the tankers. Bothered by the seeming discord among stakeholders in the implementation of the e-call-up system, NUPENG representatives have reportedly stated that the initiative is not feasible, not only because alternative parking lots have not been provided, but also because as a body, NUPENG is not subject to the authority of the implementing agency, the Nigerian Ports Authority. Senate is further concerned that clearing agents and truck owners along the port access road at the Tincan Island Port Complex accuse officials of the Nigerian Ports Authority, security agents, and the police personnel who are deployed to manage traffic in the area of sabotaging the smooth operation of the newly introduced scheme by colluding with community boys, touts, and miscreants who disregard official e-call-up tickets to extort truckers. Senate notes allegations by industry operators such as the National Association of Road Transport Owners that human interference in the e-call-up system continues to hamper resolution of the issues and compound the problem. Senate, however, is saddened that the recurring Apapa Gridlock has become an embarrassment to our nation and a sore point for maritime business along the Lagos and Tincan Island Ports corridor, and also saddened that this has a huge impact on the ease of doing business in Nigeria, shipping fees, and final cost of goods. Senate further saddened that the outcome is a diversion of Nigeria-bound cargoes to neighboring countries with seaports. Senate is, however, reminded that being the country's most valuable import and export gateway and a high-yielding revenue hub, Apapa Ports reportedly rake in over 1 trillion annually into public treasury through various taxes, levies, and tariffs. The Senate also reminded that as a stakeholder in the success of Nigeria, we must ensure viable working systems and institutions that benefit the populace. However, Senate accordingly resolves: 1, commend the federal government for the reconstruction of Oshodi Expressway and the completion of the Apapa Ports spur line of the Lagos-Ibadan rail. 2, urge the private terminal operators to explore water transport as an option in the movement of containers. 3, urge the federal government to collaborate with the Lagos State government and other critical stakeholders to evaluate all petrol tankers and heavy-duty vehicles along the Apapa Port access roads. 4, urge the federal government to collaborate with the Lagos State government to ensure that tank farms are relocated to other areas. 5, urge the Federal Ministry of Works to commence the construction and repair of all access roads to seaport, namely the Apapa Creek Road, Apapa Oshodi Expressway, and Tincan Island. 6, direct the Committee on Marine Transport to investigate the implementation of the e-collop system and allegations of extortion by port officials and report back to the Senate on the way forward. And 7, direct the Committee on Marine Transport, Works, and Petroleum to meet the Nigerian Ports Authority, concessionaires, Nigerian Union of Petroleum Engineers, and all other stakeholders to ensure resolution of pending conflicts and ensure synergy among stakeholders. This is my case, and thank you, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, for giving me the time.
Let me start by commending Her Excellency, distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for coming up with this all-important motion, as this motion affects the revenue of this country. Mr. President, distinguished colleague, if you have been following what has been happening, this is about the 3rd or the 4th time that we are coming up with this same motion concerning the state of affairs in the area of infrastructure in Apapa Expressway, where the Nigerian Port Authority is located. Mr. President, the body of the motion is self-explanatory enough concerning the challenges and the problem confronting millions of Nigeria who are doing business with the Nigerian Port Authority. Mr. President, we cannot be a lawless country. We are law-abiding people, a law-abiding country. I'm fully aware that the government of the day has done a lot to ameliorate the suffering of the people. And they have put a lot of measures in place to stem the tide of these uncontrollable truck drivers who have, on their own, decided to be lawless. And that has resulted into a lot of issues around this axis. Mr. President, I think it is high time we invite the Minister of Transportation and the Minister for State for Transportation to come and brief this Senate. What and what that has been done and what they are doing in this regard. I commend the government of Lagos State. I'm fully aware that the government of Lagos State have even moved office to this particular road. They have set up a makeshift office in order to control the traffic and also to add value to the infrastructure on this particular road. But as we speak, all efforts that have been put in place to ensure that these issues is resolved once and for all, from time to time, for whatever reason, for the truck drivers and anybody that is involved, they have refused to allow it to work. And I believe it is time for the government to take a more drastic measures in this regard. We must commend President Muhammadu Buhari for signing the first PPP Port Authority, where people are coming together to build a new port authority along the Lekki axis. But before that comes to being, there is need for us to address this particular issue once and for all, because there are lots of quality time and lots of revenue on the part of the government. And I strongly believe that this motion is timely, is very instructive, that we as a Senate and as a body to join hands to ensure that this issue is resolved once and for all. So, Mr. President, I second this motion in its entirety. I'm in support of it, and I call on the Senate to take more drastic measures by inviting the Minister of Transportation to appear either with before the committee or the Senate to address this issue once and for all. I so submit, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Yaye. This is a very, very straightforward motion, but be that as it may, I will take Senator Nicola.
Mr. Senate President, I'm happy that we are discussing the seaport of Apapa and Tincan Island. In this country, we are always deceiving ourselves. We have, in South Africa, there are 96 seaports, serving a population of under 100 million. In Nigeria, we have a population of over 200 million, and we are struggling with 6 seaports. Why are we deceiving ourselves? I sponsored a bill here that there should be a functioning seaport in Ondo State. If that seaport is put in place, it will decongest Apapa Port, where states like Ondo State, Ekiti State, Kogi State, Osun State, Edo State, they will be able to use the Araromi Seaport in Ondo State, and automatically it will decongest Apapa Seaport. It's just very unfortunate. In the United Kingdom, there are over 200 seaports, and we are only struggling with 6. Why don't we let us build more seaports so that all these problems can go to sleep and we can enjoy Nigeria. And additional seaports will create jobs, will make life very important for us in this country. All of us cannot be struggling with Apapa Seaport. So I believe we should wake up and put things right in this country. Thank you.
1. Commend the federal government for the reconstruction of Oshodi Apapa Expressway and the completion of the Apapa Ports spur line of the Lagos-Ibadan Rail. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 2. Urge the private terminal operators to explore water transport as an option in the movement of containers. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 3. Urge the federal government to collaborate with the Lagos State government and other critical stakeholders to evacuate all petrol tankers and heavy-duty vehicles along the Apapa Port access road. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 4. urge the federal government to collaborate with the Lagos State government to ensure that tank farms are relocated to other areas. Those in support of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 5. Urge the Federal Ministry of Works to commence the reconstruction and repair of all access roads to the seaport, namely the Apapa Creek Road, Apapa/Oshodi Expressway, and Tincan Island. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 6. Direct the Committee on Marine Transport to investigate the implementation of the e-call-up system and allegations of extortion by port officials and report back to the Senate on the way forward. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 7. Direct the Committees on Marine Transport, Works and Petroleum to meet with the Nigerian Ports Authority, concessionaires, Nigerian Union of Petroleum Engineers, and all other stakeholders to ensure resolution of pending conflicts and ensure synergy among stakeholders. Senator, when you say petroleum, you're talking about upstream, downstream? Which of them? Both? Is it downstream? So downstream petroleum. Okay. Are you amending that? So, okay. So those in favor of this prayer as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader of the Senate.